She found it in the back of a drawer she hadn't opened in 15 years. A recipe card, her mother's handwriting, faded and stained with flour and cinnamon. Mom's apple pie. 3 words that brought back everything, but she hadn't spoken to her mother in 15 years. This is Claire's story. A daughter who left, a mother who waited, and the moment that healed a broken bond. April 2005, Portland, Oregon. Claire Harrison was 28 years old, a graphic designer, independent, strong-willed, and she was about to make a decision that would change her relationship with her mother forever. Claire had just gotten engaged to Marcus, a man her mother had never liked. "Mom, I love him," Claire said. "You barely know him," Margaret replied. "You've only been dating for 8 months. That's enough time to know." "Claire, please, I just want you to slow down. Think about this. You never think I make good decisions, do you? You never trust me. That's not fair. It's true. You've always tried to control my life, who I date, where I work, how I live. I'm your mother. I'm trying to protect you. I don't need protection. I need support." The argument escalated. Words were said that couldn't be taken back. "If you can't support my choice, then maybe I shouldn't be here," Claire said. "Claire, don't say that. I'm done, Mom. I'm done trying to get your approval for everything I do." She left that day, moved in with Marcus, and didn't look back. Margaret stood in the doorway, watching her daughter leave, wanting to call her back. But pride stopped her. "She'll come back," Margaret told herself. "When she calms down, she'll come back." But she didn't. The first year was the hardest. Margaret waited for Claire to call. She didn't. She sent birthday cards. They were returned. She left voicemails. They went unanswered. Claire had made her choice. She wanted distance, and Margaret, hurt and proud, gave it to her. Meanwhile, Claire built a life. She married Marcus. They had a daughter, Emma. Claire threw herself into her career. Her design firm was successful. She was busy, always busy. But sometimes, late at night, she'd think about calling her mother. She'd pick up the phone, start to dial, then stop. She was wrong, Claire would tell herself. She didn't support me. She tried to control my life, but deep down she knew the truth. The anger had faded years ago. Now there was just sadness and pride. Too much pride to make the first move. 15 years passed. Margaret grew older, retired from her job as a librarian, lived alone in the house where Claire grew up. She never remarried after Claire's father died, never dated. She just waited for the phone to ring, for a knock on the door, for her daughter to come home. But Claire never came. October 2020. Margaret was 73 years old. She'd been feeling tired for months, weak, not herself. Finally, she went to the doctor. The diagnosis was cancer. Stage 3, treatable but serious. Margaret sat in the doctor's office, processing the news. "Do you have family?" the doctor asked. "Someone who can help you through treatment?" Margaret thought of Claire, her only child, the daughter she hadn't seen in 15 years. "I have a daughter," she said quietly. "Does she live nearby?" I don't know." That night, Margaret sat at her kitchen table, and she wrote a letter, not about the cancer, not about being sick, just a letter. "Dear Claire, I don't know if you'll read this. I don't know if you'll even open it, but I need to say something I should have said 15 years ago. I'm sorry." Claire almost didn't open it. She saw her mother's handwriting on the envelope. Her first instinct was to throw it away. 15 years of silence. 15 years of anger and hurt and pride. But something made her open it. The letter was short. Just 2 paragraphs. "I was wrong. I tried to control your life because I was afraid of losing you. But by trying to hold on too tight, I pushed you away. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for not supporting you. I'm sorry for all the years we've lost. I don't expect you to forgive me. I don't expect you to call. But I wanted you to know, I love you. I've always loved you. And I'm proud of the woman you've become, even though I haven't been there to see it. Claire read the letter 3 times. Then she went to her kitchen, opened the drawer, where she kept old things she couldn't throw away. And there it was, the recipe card. Her mother had given it to her years ago, before the fight, before everything fell apart. Mom's apple pie. In her mother's handwriting, Claire held the card, and for the first time in 15 years, she let herself cry. Not for the lost years, not for the anger, but for all the moments they'd missed, all the conversations they'd never had, all the love that had been buried under pride. She picked up her phone, and this time, she didn't stop herself. Margaret answered on the 3rd ring. "Hello?" "Mom." Silence. Then, "Claire? I got your letter." Margaret couldn't speak. She just cried. "I'm sorry too, Mom. I'm so sorry. I was stubborn and proud, and I wasted 15 years because I couldn't let go of being right." "Can I see you?" Margaret whispered. "I'm already on my way." 2 hours later, Claire pulled into her childhood driveway. Margaret was waiting at the door. They didn't speak at first. They just held each other and cried. "I've missed you so much," Margaret said. "I've missed you too, Mom, every single day." Later, they sat in the kitchen, the same kitchen where they'd fought 15 years ago. Claire pulled out the recipe card. "I found this," she said. "I want to make it, with you, like we used to." Margaret smiled through her tears. "I'd love that." They made the pie together, measuring flour, peeling apples, rolling dough. And as they worked, they talked. About everything. About the fight. About the years apart. About regrets and forgiveness. Margaret told Claire about the diagnosis. About the cancer. Claire's face went pale. "Mom, why didn't you tell me in the letter?" "Because I didn't want you to come back out of obligation. I wanted you to come back because you wanted to. I'm here now, and I'm not going anywhere." Claire moved back to Portland the next month to help her mother through treatment, to be there, but more than that, to heal, to rebuild what they'd lost, to find each other again. Margaret beat the cancer. The treatment was hard, but she fought, and Claire was there every step of the way. Today, they talk every day. They have Sunday dinners. They make apple pie together. And that recipe card? It's framed now, hanging in Claire's kitchen, a reminder of what they almost lost, and what they found again. Sometimes pride is louder than love. Sometimes we let years pass because we're too stubborn to say, "I'm sorry." But it's never too late. It's never too late to reach out, to forgive, to come home. Just a moment. Just a letter. Just a recipe card. But sometimes, that's all it takes to heal a broken heart.